Recorded. There we go.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Cool. We have what we talk folks about is what we call the wellness wheel, which is a term that many folks use and understand and learn about. And it's how all those pieces on that wellness wheel sort of work together. So oftentimes when people think of the rec center, they only think of the physical part of that, but there is so much more in terms of the social health that goes along with it, and the spiritual and the emotional and the intellectual health and everything. So teaching everybody what those different components look like. So for some people that really is coming down and getting involved on the basketball court or in the fitness and wellness center, but for other folks it's taking a yoga class, or it's being involved in a club sport and having a leadership role and guiding other folks through activities and things like that, or potentially working for the rec center here. So we're going to give you a whole bunch of examples tonight on what all that looks like and why it's important. So we are involved with an organization called NIRSA, the National Intramural and Recreational Sports Association. And NIRSA is made up of colleges, big and small, from across the country. And they do all sorts of educational pieces on why recreation is important. And you'll see on here that with moderate participation, so think doing some sort of activity, say 1 to 3 times a week, you're 9 to 13% more likely to report a higher GPA as a student. With a high amount of participation, so when you're getting into the 4 and 5 times a week that you're participating, 13 to 17% more likely to report a higher GPA. And then with higher time investment in activities, 18 to 43 times, which is huge. That's a big number. More likely report healthy lifestyles to them that are important to them after college. So not only are you taking advantage of the opportunities while you're here on campus, but those same activities then carry over once you graduate and leave the university, and your healthy lifestyle continues. Even more importantly than that, though, we do some surveys with our own students. And the last time we did this was in 2019, just prior to COVID. And 94% of respondents to that survey that participated in campus rec activities said that they had increased or improved their feelings of well-being. And that's through participation in programs that we are offering here. 92% that they had increased or improved their stress management, so their ability to handle the stressful situations that go along with being a college student. 94% increased their overall health, and then 76 increased or improved their academic performance. So those are real important numbers to show that through participation, not only are you gaining some healthy lifestyles that is happening, but it is also affecting your ability to do well academically and socially and mentally on campus, which is so important in this day and age and what students are going through right now. And really what we're trying to get students to understand is that you have so many opportunities, a ton of opportunities. I've seen some of the other webinars that you guys have done on this, Anna, and there's through student life and through res life and folks like that, there are so many different opportunities here on campus to get involved that we're not only trying to push the rec side of stuff, but we're trying to push that balance of getting involved across the board and making sure that you're spreading yourself out, doing your academics correctly and all that kind of good stuff. So finding that balance. So let's see if this will load. I hope that the audio plays in this. I'm going to turn mine up just a little bit. Just a quick 2-minute video that we have here that we like to use. So many times when folks come through and they get a tour of the rec center and they're coming through campus, they walk through the building, and we are a huge facility. So in total, we have about 230,000 square feet of space that students can utilize for different activities. And sometimes they just don't even know what else is available to them. So a big piece of the educational stuff that we do is just getting bodies into the building and letting them know what is available to them. So we're going to play this real quick and then talk about it after.
Welcome to Student Recreation and Wellness at the University of Akron. At this point in your college journey, you might have been on a tour of the Student Recreation and Wellness Center. However, there's some hidden and oftentimes lesser known sides of the facilities and programs that we're excited to share with you today. The Ocasic Natatorium, or ONAT, houses the Olympic-sized swimming pool, additional locker room space, racquetball and volleyball courts. Come in to swim some laps. Both 25 and 50-meter options are available at different times of the year in the Olympic pool. Join a club sport that practices in the ONAT, such as the swimming club, triathlon club, or water polo club. Or just have some fun with friends participating in intramural battleship. At the back of the rec center, at the Spicer Street entrance, you'll find the Outdoor Adventure Services and Intramural Sports, or OASIS office. This is the hub where you will be able to have all of your questions answered about intramural sports and outdoor adventure programs. You can find information on current sport offerings and how to register a team as a free agent for intramural sports. The Outdoor Adventure program leads adventure trips that could be an afternoon, day, or weekend in length. Learn how to paddle canoes, kayaks, and paddleboards. Backpack or bike your way around nearby parks. You can also rent equipment on your own and have an adventure with friends. Visit the website for a list of available equipment. Located adjacent to the fitness area, you'll find the Wellness Suite. This office focuses on helping students achieve their personal fitness goals. University of Akron students receive one free physical fitness assessment. That includes general health information, body composition, cardio endurance, muscular endurance, and flexibility tests. This baseline test can turn into a personalized exercise program or even start training with one of our nationally certified student personal trainers. Whatever fitness questions you might have, the Wellness Suite is the place to start. Here at the University of Akron, we offer over 30 club sports. These clubs are unique in that they are completely student-run organizations with support from professional staff. Clubs can be recreational, instructional, or competitive. Get involved, find friends with like interests, and even travel to compete against other collegiate club teams. These experiences are invaluable for a strong connection and leadership to complete your Akron experience. We hope you enjoyed this video and look forward to seeing you on campus this fall. Go Zips!
Okay. So going through some of the information that you saw in there, the picture that you're looking at right now is of our landing page of our homepage. So if you go to uakron.edu and just put /rec, R-E-C, that's going to land you on this page here. And the 6 pictures that you're looking there are the 6 main areas that we have activities going through. So the outdoor adventure, aquatics, club sports, facilities, or what we call informal recreation, the fitness and wellness area, and then intramural. So lots of opportunity for you to just come into the facility and do your own thing if that's what you're looking to do, or to get involved in a program, bring your friends with you, go on a trip, participate on a team together, anything like that. So let's run through all these real quickly. So the informal rec area, what we call the drop-in space, is available to any student on campus. They bring their zip card. Whether you're a commuter student, whether you live on campus or anything like that, you can bring that zip card, check into the facility and play basketball or play volleyball or lift weights or run on the track or swim in the pool. There's all sorts of opportunities to do your own thing. The picture on the bottom right-hand side there is of our welcome desk area, and students can check out equipment. So basketballs, volleyballs, soccer balls, locks for the locker, jump ropes. There's any number of equipment that we check out there. We have a pro shop. If you forget something for the day, you need some deodorant or water bottle or anything like that, you can buy something very inexpensively at our pro shop. And then we also do sell memberships. This is my shameless plug for folks that may not have free access to the rec center, but UA employees, students during the summer, if they're not taking classes, would have to purchase a membership. And then we do some community and alumni outreach as well. But the bulk of the users of our facility come from the student population. And it really is one of those things that we're constantly trying to get that message out to students, that it is free and available to them to come in, that they don't need to pay any extra fees just to get into the door. The first program area that we can talk about is the Intramural Sports Program, or IMs. So IMs is designed for students to participate against other students from the University of Akron. So it's Akron student versus Akron student. We have a whole list of activities that I'll show you in just a second for the spring semester. But the whole goal of the IM program is to encourage participation, encourage those friendships, encourage the teamwork that goes along with some of that stuff. So you're looking at some pictures here of an activity called kinball in the top left corner there, softball in the middle, and then one of our student officials on the right-hand side there. And this picture is just a screen grab from our website of activities that are happening during the spring 2022 semester, so upcoming starting in January. And you'll notice that some of the team fees are totally free. So there's activities that are happening that you don't have to pay anything for. There's some other ones that are a little more involved, team sports like volleyball or flag football or something like that, that there might be a small team fee. So for the 4v4 flag football, a $25 fee that's split up amongst the entire team. So you're looking at, $3 to $5 per person to participate in a season of activity. Teams sign up through a program called IM Leagues, which you'll notice is linked at the top of the page there, and then the registration instructions if you have questions on that. So this activity happens both inside our facility, some happen outside the facility depending on what we're doing. We're using both the rec center and the Ocasic Natatorium, which is combined right with the rec center, so it's all within the same building there. And trying to spread out, there's some things that are a little more competitive and there's some things that are a little more recreational, just depending on what you're looking to do. The next one is our outdoor adventure area, which has really grown in popularity during the COVID era here, because it's activities that you can get out into nature and do when you're not in a big group, and spread yourselves out and be safe while you're doing it. So 3 parts of our outdoor adventure program. And all 3 pictures are kind of shown there. The one on the far right is the rock climbing wall, which again, it's inside of the student rec center, so students have free access to that. We have a really great community that is in that space and encourages each other and is looking to get folks to the top of that wall. If you didn't hear, if you were on a tour here, we at one point had the tallest indoor rock wall at a university in the country. We have been beaten now a handful of times. I like to joke with people that we should start digging a little bit to get ourselves a little more space. But we still have one of the nicest rock walls in the entire country. We do a great program at the rock wall. We just finished it up for the fall semester where it's called the Mile High Challenge. So you climb the wall a number of times that equates to a mile over the course of the semester, a real popular program. We do all sorts of adventure trips. So what you're looking at in that middle picture there is folks that were on a climbing or a hiking trip. Those trips can last a day. Sometimes they last a weekend, just depends on what the activity is. And then the picture on the left-hand side there is of our equipment rental program. So students can come in, they can rent a bicycle or a kayak or a tent or some cooking equipment or anything like that if they're looking to, do an activity for the weekend but want to do it on their own. Couple quick pictures here of some other outdoor adventure programming. So the kayaks that are in the pool right there, every Tuesday night, we do what's called open kayak / stand-up paddleboarding. So you can come into the pool. We have all the equipment there for you. All you have to do is show up, and some staff will show you how to use the equipment. You can paddle around the pool 8 to 10 p.m. every Tuesday night during the spring semester. And then what you're looking at on the right-hand side there is called crate stacking. So we're legitimately trying to climb up a thing of crates and stacking them up as high as you can go. And so you're all harnessed in. And so the higher you go, the more you sort of wobble around, and then eventually you fall off and you're swinging there on your rope, and it's real fun. And the students love it. We're handing you up the crates as you're going along, so you have to balance yourself and stack the crates as you're going. And it's just a great program. People love to watch it. There's windows all around that gym that people are always like, oh, that's very cool as that's happening. So just a fun program for students to participate in. The fitness and wellness area is probably the main area that people think about when they think of the rec center. So a couple pictures that you're looking at here, bottom right-hand corner is of the fitness floor. So we have a cardio area and then a weight room area. We do all sorts of group exercise programming. So the top picture there is of a yoga class that we did out in the middle of campus on Coleman Commons. But we also have 2 aerobic studios on site here that we're doing cycling classes and yoga and HIIT classes, and I'm trying to think of what some other ones are. Pinklo's boxing is the third picture there. So there's all sorts of stuff that's going on. Most of our group exercise classes are totally free, so they're included with a student membership or a community membership if you happen to purchase one. There are a couple of specialty programs, the Pinklo's boxing being one of them, but the bulk of our group exercise classes are totally free. And then our wellness area. So you saw that picture on the video that we played. So students can stop in and get a free physical fitness assessment, body composition, exercise program design, any stuff like that. We also have students that are working on the fitness floor that are answering questions for folks as they are working out, and if they have questions on form or just need help with a certain lift or anything like that. Next area is club sports. So we have, I'm going to go one more slide here real quick. So we have 3 types of club sports: recreational, instructional, and competitive. So the club sports are, you form a team of Akron students, and then that team goes and competes, potentially competes off-site versus other college in the area, regionally and or nationally. It just depends on what your sport does. So the great thing about the club sports program is that we are here to help you form that club, but it's completely student-led in that they have a student president and a vice president and a treasurer. So the students are designing their plans for the club, how they travel, where they travel to, who they're competing against, all that kind of stuff, which is great. We have some clubs that are really big on the national scene. So we've won the national championship with our rifle club recently. Our triathlon club is very popular. They go and compete at nationals yearly. Our baseball club has been very competitive. We have an ice hockey club. So right now we have about 23, 24 clubs that are active. We've had as many as 38 clubs that are active in a given semester. So it just sort of depends on what the students want to be active in. And they bring those ideas to us and we help them navigate that. Then the last area, I think we're up to number 6 now, is our aquatics area. So 2 pictures that you're looking at here. On the right-hand side is our leisure pool. So that's more of a recreational space. At the very top of that picture is the hot tub, 30-person hot tub. So it's a great spot for students to come and relax after a stressful class or a hard workout or anything like that, just to swim around in there. And then the bottom left picture there is of our competition pool, and that happens to be a group of our student staff that are doing an in-service training. So they're learning a skill on how to pull someone out of the water if they're making a rescue. Which kind of leads me actually into my next area. So on top of these 6 program areas that we have there, we also have a very robust student staff. So the bulk of the work that is getting done throughout the day is being done by students on campus. At one point, we had about 225 students that are working for us. We're trying to build that back up coming out of COVID. So all these students work in one of those 6 program areas. So we have students that are leading outdoor adventure trips or working at the rock wall or being lifeguards or becoming officials or group exercise instructors. So we do all the training for you. We help you obtain any certification that might be necessary to perform that job, and then help you work along the way. So students are allowed to work up to 29 hours on campus. The bulk of our students probably work between 10 and 15 hours a week. So it's great that we can help them, fit that stuff into their life here on campus. If they want to work, a little more than 10 or 15, they're certainly welcome to, but they don't have to. We do all of our employment through this website called Handshake. So if you're interested in a job, it is all linked on our main website as well, but you would apply through the Handshake piece there. And that's our staff doing the UA there, with all their different colors on it. And then so I don't take up too much time. I see that I got my little countdown thing going there. That's how you interact with us. So our website, uakron.edu/rec, and then we do a lot on Instagram and Facebook as well, and always promoting things. But more than happy to answer any questions that anybody might have. If you have any, Marty, that you're thinking about, sounds like your son might be interested in some stuff. So more than happy to answer anything that you might have.
Do they still have bowling leagues or open bowling or whatever?
We do, yeah. So open bowling at the student union, for sure. There is a bowling club as well that they can participate in, and bowling is one of our spring intramural sports. So if they're just looking for a short commitment, that one goes, I want to say 1, maybe 2 nights a week. They could do the intramural piece as well.
I think
That's
bowling's
great.
really picking up right now, because I think they're starting a JV club too. Is that right, Nick?
I think they might be, yeah. And bowling was another one. It seems kind of funny, I know, just since you're touching a lot of things during COVID, but it is an activity that you can spread yourself out pretty well. So it was pretty popular during COVID as well, for sure.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Well, that was wonderful. I honestly didn't know of all of the robust outdoor adventure activities that are available. I think that's great, and an awesome resource for students, especially as people are interested in that stuff. How do you get interested, right? If you are something that you've been thinking about, but you don't know where to go for it, we have it right here on campus, which I think is really neat.
Yeah, we do some great programs for incoming freshmen as well. So leading into the start of freshman year with the outdoor trip. So we do some kayaking. We've done whitewater rafting with that group before. So for sure, something that if you're interested, there's always information on our website. The new student orientation folks will be sending that information out to students as well as part of the lead up to next fall semester. But on top of that, we have a ton of spring programs, and spring here in Ohio covers a lot of territory. So we start in the middle of winter, and so we're doing some snowshoeing and some skiing and things like that. And then it transitions, depending on weather that's available as we get towards the end of the spring semester, and then into summer, then we're turning into the kayaking stuff, and the paddle boarding has been real popular for us, and canoeing. So it covers a lot of territory.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Nick, for doing this for the parents and families and students today. Marty, thank you so much for joining us. Any other questions, Marty, that you might have while we have the wonderful Nick Weber here?
I don't think so, but thank you so much. There's so much to do there. It's great.
Wonderful.
And I wish you well in the upcoming semester. There's going to be a lot going on.
Thank you. We're excited.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Nick. We appreciate you. Happy holidays, everyone. And please let me know if anyone needs anything.
Sounds great. Thanks, Anna.
Perfect. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a good, bye.